Here's everything you need to know before you move abroad. I mean, because I really wish I would have known all of these things before I came, because it can be quite overwhelming when you're getting ready to move to a new country, because this country is nothing like America, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just when you move somewhere, you need to have the expectation that, okay, things are going to be different, and I need to go with the flow of that new country. So I want to go ahead and tell you guys some things so that you won't be as overwhelmed as I was. So first, I'm going to start with the visa requirement and process, okay? But first things first, the visa requirement. I remember I needed to have a passport. I also needed to get a passport picture, which you can go to CVS and get a passport picture. I at least had two. They use that passport picture for, I think, something that got to do with your visa. That's what they use it for. You have to like scan it in. Well, that's what I had to do. And I also needed to bring a physical copy. I also had to get my documents attested. There's several companies in the U.S. that you can use to get your documents attested. If you need me to make a separate video about getting your documents attested, I can let you know that. I mean, I can make sure I do that for you. It was pretty expensive to get my documents attested. I believe it cost like $600. And it took about 3 to 4 months. And at that time, I don't know if it was because it was last year. No, I got this done in 2023. So I don't know if now in 2025 that the process is a bit quicker. So I remember that being a headache, and I remember not being able to start my job for many months because I was waiting on those documents to get attested. Also, I needed to get a police clearance because, of course, they want to make sure that you're not a criminal. So that's something I had to do before I came. I believe that was like $10. All you have to do is go to your local police station and give them your ID, tell them you need police clearance, and they'll do it right away. You can get it the same day. So that's not really a headache. The biggest headache, like I said earlier, was getting the documents attested. If I would have known that I should have did that ahead of time, I probably would have started that 6 months in advance. So if you plan to move by August, go ahead and start working on getting your documents attested, maybe by March or April. I'll give you guys some of the groups that I did explore before getting my job. One of the groups on Facebook is called Teaching Vacancies in UAE. So definitely type that in. They have another one. It's called Brothers and Sisters Working at International Schools. And then they have another group called Abu Dhabi Expats. And in those groups, you want to go ahead and put in there, hey, my name is blank, and I'm looking for a position. I've been a teacher this long. I'm looking to start. You need to tell them when you want to start. And you also need to tell them what type of school, because you can work at a private school, you can work at a government school, and you can work at an international school. All three of those schools are going to give you different things, and they're going to come with different packages. Some of those schools give you a flight allowance. Some of them don't give you a flight allowance. Some of the schools give you housing. Some of them don't give you housing. So you definitely want to be intentional about what type of school that you end up working at, because that really does matter. You want to make sure that you have a good package. What I was looking for in my package is housing, but I wanted furnished housing because I didn't want to have the hassle of looking for furniture. The second thing I wanted was a flight, not just a flight here, but a flight here and back. The third thing I wanted was insurance. And here's the thing about the UAE. If you are employed in this country, your job by law has to give you insurance. So that's not an option. In America, that's an option depending on the job that you get. But here, that's not an option. Insurance is going to come with your job. No matter if you work at a public, a government, or international school, you're going to get insurance for sure. And let's talk about some things that you need to make sure that you pack. Make sure that you bring all hygiene things from home, because I feel like hygiene things are very expensive here, especially as a woman, and you know what I mean. When it's that time of the month, you need certain things. Make sure you bring that from home. Shampoo and conditioner, they don't have a lot of things like for black hair. So bring shampoo and conditioner from home. Bring like the hair oil from home. So those are some things you definitely want to do. If you are a girl that like to wear wigs, or you like to wear like a weave, you might want to bring that wig from home. You might want to bring you some weave from home. I'm sure you can find weave here, but I think you have to do it, or should I say extensions? I'm sorry. You can find extensions here, but I think you have to get them online. And of course, that's going to take some time. So if you're one of those people that like to fill your extensions before purchasing, you might want to go ahead and bring that from home and then just find you a hairstylist here. I think that will be much easier than looking for a hairstylist in the hair. So that's the thing. Also, I would say if you can, get your clothes from home. They do have clothes here, and they have plenty of places to shop. There's no shortage in places to shop. However, I do feel like it is a bit more expensive to get your clothes here than it is at home. And I feel like at home, you have more of a variety. So that's what I would say. So if we're going to say clothes, we might as well go ahead and say shoes. Get your shoes too, okay? If you have favorite snacks, it's some snacks they have from America, but it's some snacks they don't have from America. Like a lot of the chips, you're going to find that here, but in a lot of the candy. So if it's anything outside of that, maybe just bring you some from home. That's my biggest thing. Bring some from home. You definitely need a shower filter because the water is salt water. So get a shower filter and try to make sure you can find one that kind of fits everything. Okay, let's talk about some of my culture shocks since I've been here. One of them is the tipping culture. That's not a thing here. You don't really have to tip. I mean, I of course still tip because when you go to the gas station, you never have to pump your gas. They pump your gas here. So I know that the pay for these people low, so I do try to make sure that I tip, but it is not mandatory. It's not required. It's not encouraged. So that was shocking to me. At home, it's encouraged. It's not required. Some places do require it, actually. When they put that gratuity on your receipt, that means they require you to pay a tip, okay? Also, something that was very shocking for me was hearing the prayer call, because this is a Muslim country. They have 5 prayer calls a day. If I have that number wrong, somebody correct me, but they have five prayer calls a day, and you can hear it from the mosque depending on how close you live to the mosque. So to me, that was a culture shock, but it also was a eye-opener for me as a Christian. It kind of made me want to say, okay, if they can take time out of their day to pray 5 times, they even do this in the school, they at least pray 1 time at school. If they can do this, then as a Christian, I should be able to at least pray 1 time. It shouldn't be, oh, I forgot to pray, because a lot of times as a Christian, I do forget to pray, and I think that's unacceptable. That's something I need to work on, and I know that. The third thing is the safety. When I first moved here, when I would walk at night, I was still kind of looking around, making sure I was okay. But since I've been here a year, you can totally let your guard down. It was ranked the number 2 country in the world, the second safest country in the world, and the first country in the world for safety for women. So that was something that was amazing to me. But y'all, that's all I have for today. I've been here a year, so I know a thing or two, and if I don't know something, I can go find out for you guys and let you know. But anyways, if you want to see more content like this, drop a comment below. If you're planning to move out of the country, drop a comment below. And don't allow fear to stop you from moving, because, I mean, why? Everything that you can get at home, you can get somewhere else. You might not be able to get it exactly the same, but you can get it differently. So just be open your heart, open your mind to new opportunities, and you never know what could come from that. There's no Walmart here. There's no Target here. That's something I love. I love to go to Target and Walmart, but it's okay. They have other stores here, and I know that I go home and go on vacation, and when I go home on that vacation, I get everything that I want from those stores and bring it back here. So it's okay. And then here's the other thing. If you don't like the place that you moved to, the beautiful thing is you can always move back home. That is always an option. So don't forget that you can do those things. Don't feel so stuck. I feel like the hardest thing is just actually doing it. It's not even being in the place. The hardest thing is just the thought, the fear, you know? So anyways, you guys give it a chance. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I'm making a video. I'll at least have 1 video every single week. So I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.